Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. There was a barber and he had a son, small boy, about 8 years. Sunday, 3-4 customers were placed in the chair and he has whitewashed all of them. Because once the soap is applied, he can't go out. So they were tied down, all of them. And then the son came. Dad, I want to learn how to shave. Okay, beta, take that razor, but it's very sharp. Be careful, don't cut your hand. And he is going to handle the jugular veins of others. When we are a good, technician, we take care of our instruments perfectly, is it not? A good technician always takes care of the instruments that he uses. In the same manner, yesterday we have seen the goal of our life. What is the goal? The goal of our life is we should be a fit instrument so that the divine can express through us in his full glory. That is the goal. Leave the world society aside. Many people have this notion that they want to improve the society. They want to change the society. They want to do good to the society. Apna to satyanas kar liya. And doing good to the society. Therefore, it is necessary that we become such an instrument that the divine is able to express through us. And this is what all the great saints and sages have done in their life. See, whatever character you take on the spiritual path, whether it is Ramakrishna Paramahams, or it is Tulsidas Ji Maharaj, or it is Vivekananda, or Ramana Maharshi, any name you take worth, all of them have lived to only remain as a fit instrument through which the Lord can express in His full glory. So let us have this clear goal in our life. Let us remove this violence of the goals. Violence of the goals is what? Is it not our duty to help others? Is it not duty to help ourselves? Two things are clearly brought out on Gita, where the Lord says, wherever there is a need for doing anything to the society as a whole, that is my responsibility. See, in the 4th chapter he says, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyam. I shall take care of it. Don't worry, I'll come. Then what should we do? What is our contribution? Uddhared atmanatmanam natmanam avasadayed. You grow yourself. Uddhar karo. Uddhar karo means what? Uplift yourself from where you are. Therefore, keeping this goal clearly in our mind, now let us see how do we proceed to be a fit instrument so that the Lord can express through us. We have got 3 faculties, 3 instruments through which we are expressing in this world. Instrument number 1, our gross body. You know, Gujaratis don't have gross body. They have gross body. And then we have second thing called as the speech. The UP bhaiyas, they don't have speech. They have speech, star, style, smile. See? So, one is the gross body, second is the speech, and the third is the mind. These are the three faculties through which we are expressing in this world. Now, if we want to be fit, we must have a holistic approach in our life. Holistic approach means what? Not an approach where there is a hole in our life, no. Wherein we are including all aspects of our personality. So we have to be fit at the body level, we have to be fit at the speech level, and we have to be fit at the mental level. And for that, the first thing yesterday we have seen that all the problems crop up in our life when there is identity crisis. So, the first thing we do is, first of all, let us find out what is our identity. Our identities are many, not one. When I am in front of my wife, I am a husband. When I am in front of my father, I am a son. When I am in front of my son, I am a father. When I am in front of my subordinates, I am a boss. When I am in front of my boss, I am a subordinate. So we have got so many identities. Now with each identity, with each role that we have to play, we have to be perfect. See? If you are a perfect brigadier and you come home, and after coming home, if you start behaving the same way as you behave in the office in front of your wife, you will be pushed out. The wife will say, hey, you are at home, you are not in the office, behave properly. See? So we have to play every role perfectly well. So this is the first principle. If we really want to be a perfect instrument at the body level or the mind or the speech level, we have to learn to play our role perfectly well. Now, how do we play our role perfectly well? So, today I went to one institution, engineering institution, very good institution. Chang. I knew only Changi airport of Singapore, but there is one Chang. I don't know where the I has disappeared. But it's a very good institution. So when I went there, lecture, I an ideal teacher, ha ha ho, and then little bit question answer. So see how our minds work. This is the principle we have to learn. Question answer. One student asked a question when I spoke about an ideal teacher. Should we accept somebody as a teacher because by designation he is teacher or because by knowledge he is teacher? Means what? There are teachers who are cheaters. By knowledge they are not good teachers. Because they are appointed somewhere, they have become teachers, you know. I remember we used to have teachers, great English teachers, always scolding us. When you don't know anything, you scold. That is the best way to dissolve the problem. See, Shesham kopena purayet. This is the rule. So, the students are making a mess in the class. The teacher gets angry. And she says that, both of three, get out. Now, when you hear such a scolding, and you are not allowed to laugh also. When you cut a joke, you should be allowed to laugh, is it not? But they will seriously say, both of three, get out. Now, if such is the teacher, how can we learn from him? There was another teacher who used to play with her. Because a reservation type of teacher will be reserved in the forest. So, the student will come and ask, sir, yes, I want to meet you if you are vacant. No, I am not vacant. Meet me behind the class when I am empty and you are vacant. But behind the class, behind the class. English. See? So the student asked this question, should we respect the teacher because of the position he is holding or because of the knowledge? See? So what the student is doing, he is trying to pass the buck on the other side. The teacher should be good, then the students will learn. After this was over, then one teacher asked a question. Swamiji, should we take into account, suppose there are some bad students, these days the students are like this, then what the teacher should do? So the student, I replied in a different manner, and the teacher, I replied in a different manner. To the student I told, I said, do you know who is the teacher? The teacher is our ability to learn even from a passing truck. If we are able to learn from anything in this world or anybody in this world, and for that purpose, from our own experience of life, then we have really discovered a teacher and we are the right kind of student. So the student will try to blame the teachers, they are not good. And the teachers will try to blame the students are not good. The net result is we have held someone else responsible and therefore we are good. This is not the creed of Bhagavad Gita. See? We blame the politicians and the politicians blame us. The parents blame the children blame the parents. In USA this happened. One person asked me this question, Swamiji, why these children are like this? When back home in India, in Navsari, when our parents used to tell, we used to listen to them. But these days, the children don't listen. Here, I don't know what happened. I said, look here, we were lucky to have good parents. Our children are most unfortunate to have dumb parents. And therefore, do you mean we are dumb? I said, no, that is what our children think. Therefore, they don't listen to us. So the rule is what? To conclude the whole thing. The rule is, let us stop blaming others under the disguise of, is it not my right? Bhagavad Gita tells us, right of your rights. Before others start performing our rights right now. See, friends, we have no right in this world. Then what do we have? This is where Gita comes, karmannevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. We have right on fulfilling all our duties. That is our right. Now see what will happen. I am a teacher and you are the students. So we are interacting. Now I have my right on you and you have your right on me. What is your right on me? I should talk sense so that the topic is properly, exhaustively, clearly discussed and you are able to understand. That is your right on me. What is my right on you? You should also be a good Shrota and not a Sota. Because there is a challenge. One person asked me in Bombay, Swamiji, right in the front, that person, he named somebody. He was sleeping. How do you talk to the sleeping person? Why didn't you tell? Wake him up. I said, look here. What Bhagavad Gita tells, Bhagavad Gita gives you peace, is it not? So when he is in the lecture, there is peace at home. Because at least 1 hour, 2 hours, he is away from the home, there is peace there. And here also he doesn't create any trouble, he is sleeping. And what is Bhagavad Gita giving you? Allowing you to discover your happiness, is it not? So you ask him after he wakes up. In the sleep, very miserable. No, I was very happy. So the result is perfectly there. Let us not bother about our rights on others. Now change. I do my duty perfectly well. When I do my duty perfectly well, your rights are taken care of as students. And if you do your duty perfectly well as an ideal student, my right on you is taken care of. And this is a possible proposition. I can do my duty perfectly well, you can do your duty perfectly well, because doing my duty is in my hand, doing your duty is in your hand, then we stop the game of blaming others. See, friends. Therefore, if we want to be a fit instrument in our life, we have to be responsible for whatever we are supposed to be. Do your duty perfectly well. Now, when the duty is done, what exactly happens? When I do my duty, then I will naturally be observing what is the impact of whatever I am doing in this world. So normally what happens, and actually what should happen? Two things. When I am talking to you, now where is my attention? Is my attention on you, that after listening to me, you are improving or not? See? Or while talking, where is my attention? Is it on me, that what is being said by me is first heard by me? Before you hear, I hear it. So whatever I am talking, the impact of this thought or this talk is observed on me or on the world. See. Now when, I'll give an example about it. This happened somewhere on one airport, probably Bangalore, when I got down waiting for my luggage to come. So one young softie came. You know softie? Software engineers. There were softies. There used to be earlier Laurel and Hardy. Now it is called a softie and Hardy. Hardware engineers and software engineers. So one softie came and he asked me one question. Swamiji, I want to ask you one question. I am your fan. I said, are you married? He said, no, but I look like that. A married person looks different. Because this world has two types of people, married and happy. So his question was, the Swamiji, you are giving talks to so many people, all the world around, all the year around. People don't change. Don't you feel bad about it? Means what? Where is my attention? My attention is I give talk and you should improve. Net result, utter frustration and failure. Because where God failed to improve us, do you think that my talks will improve you? And if I start imagining that because of me the society will change, the world will change, then I am going the wrong way. That is not karma yoga. That is not the right way of living. This happened in Calcutta, sometime in 70s. There used to be one old gentleman, name I remember, but I don't know where is he. His name was Desai, very old. And he was inspired by Mahatma Gandhi and Vinoba Bhave. When he was hardly in his late teens, he must have been 18, 19, like that. So he was inspired and they told him to go to Nagaland, northeastern region, and serve the society, the people. And he did a great dedicated worker. He did a lot and lot of seva. And after about 50, 60 years, I happened to meet him in Calcutta. Our hosts were common. So I was also there, he was also there. And then he asked me, what do you do? I said, I do nothing. That's why I am Babaji. See? Those who do anything, they are not walking spiritual path. See? Things happen if we are a fit instrument. The moment I have any project in my head, I become a doer. And when I become a doer, I am concerned about the success or failure. If there is a success, ha ha. If there is a failure, hoo hoo. The whole life is up and down because I am the doer. See. Therefore, I am a Babaji, I do nothing. But then, how do you spend your time? I said, yes, I do the time pass by giving lectures on Bhagavad Gita. Do you think your Bhagavad Gita is changing anybody? I said, no. Then why do you give? I said, time pass, you ask me. See? Something I had to do, so I do this. He said, you are a peculiar person. I said, it is manufacturer's defect. It's not my fault. Over. Naturally, I have to also talk to him. Babuji, aap kya karte hai, what you do? Then he started telling his story. This happened and Mahatma Gandhi and Vinoba Bhave inspired me and I came here and day and night working for these people in the tribal area and I have done this thing, blah, 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 blah. And the conclusion is these people, this samaj, this world is like, his words, like a kutte ki dum. I have done so much for them, but they don't change. On the contrary, they are now ready to kill me. And so much going on. I said, look here, the beauty of a dog is hidden in the crookedness of a tail. Can you imagine a dog with a dish antenna type of tail straight away? Will it look good? The beauty of the dog is it is having a crooked tail. That is the beauty. In the same manner, this world is beautiful as it is. See, if you try to make the world beautiful, you will make in America out of Gujarat. Don't do that. I was in Satara in Maharashtra. And the head of the municipal corporation, one person, he is so genius and intelligent. In the meeting, he has convinced all the members, let us not get into this rat race of progress. He said, you have seen Pune, very nearby, about 2 hours drive. Will any one of you like to go and stay in Pune? No, because it is so congested. All the places, the cement structure standing, terrible heat, traffic congestion, dust, pollution, and water problem. Everything is a problem. He said, look here at our town. Are we not all happy? What do you want more in life? So roads as they are, that much width is enough. We don't require more vehicles. Otherwise, where will you park? In this manner, the more we imagine that we are progressing, Vikasa is ultimately leading to Vinasha. Therefore, he said, instead of wasting your time on the structures outside, grow within. In the same manner, if we really want to be a right instrument, what is required is our attitude has to change. That we do not have too much importance to the world around us. We work sincerely, but the result we are observing on ourselves. Are we changing or not? In one of the Upanishads, a story comes. Naradji is very frustrated. And when he comes, he sees his elders, the 4 great Mahatmas, the born brahmacharis and eternal brahmacharis, Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana, Sanat Kumar. And he is asked, hey Narada, what is that you are so depressed, dejected, frustrated? Have you lost your money in the stock? Why are you looking like this? Narada said, no. Didn't you study? I have studied not 1, 2, 3, 4, but I have studied 64 Vidyas. Then what is the problem for you? Oh, I am still depressed and dejected. How come? Earlier I was ignorant. So if an ignorant person is a fool, it is accepted by the world. But if somebody claims that I am very highly educated, in the same manner, here our ammas and people come for the Gita classes, and after going home, again the same dhum dhadaka begins, and the children talk among themselves. Look here, our Dadaji has come from a Gita class. Now he will become angry because, in Gita it is taught, you should become angry. And they talk in such a manner, Dadaji is able to hear and he becomes more angry. If you do not know and if you behave in a foolish manner, it is acceptable. But if you know and yet you behave in a foolish manner, it is not acceptable. In Ramayana, one beautiful story comes. There was a dog. He came in the, the parliament where Bhagwan Rama was seated. And he said, "Sir, I have got a complaint." What is the complaint? One Brahmin has given me a piece of bread by throwing in front of me. He should be punished. So the Lord says, "My God, you are a dog. And somebody has thrown roti in front of you. What is insult? Others are giving you food in a golden plate or what?" He said, "No, others are also throwing." Who are those? Then he says, there are 4 types of people: Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Shudra are those who are living a life only as the government servants. In today's life we can call Shudra means government servants. Those who are nothing except complaining. Then the second type of people are Vaishya, only accumulating without sharing. The third are Kshatriya, those who are ruling themselves being unruly. So if these 3 kinds of people, if they are doing something wrong, it is acceptable. So the dog said that if the roti is thrown to me by this Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, I don't feel bad because they are not wise. But a Brahmin is supposed to be wise. And if a wise person behaves even once wrong, it is not acceptable. When this was said, Bhagwan Ram said, "Hey, you are a genius. I agree with you. If an ignorant person is behaving wrong, it is acceptable. But a wise person is not allowed to behave wrong. Okay, tell me, what punishment should I give to him? I'll give whatever punishment you suggest." He said, "Make him the Mathadhipati. Make him in charge of any ashram." He said, "Why? Because in my last life I was one. And as a curse of that, now I am born as a dog. Therefore I know all these rules and regulations." See, friends, if we claim ourselves to be wise, and if our attention is whatever we are doing, the world should improve. No, please. We have to improve ourselves. A rule is very simple. When I take food, who will be benefited? It is me. My hunger is satiated. Therefore, if I am working in this world, it is not the world is benefited. It is me who is benefited. If this attitude will change, our whole perspective of life will change. See? Therefore, when we keep our body healthy, now what is the purpose of keeping our body healthy? It is not that people should look at our figure. It is not that. When our body is healthy, we are able to serve the society. And to serve the society is our need. The society does not need us. Please understand. See, during 60s, Times of India has to carry one big slogan, "After Nehru, who?" As if that was the last Prime Minister. But they don't know. 100 में 90 बेईमान, फिर भी मेरा भारत महान समझे. So many have come and gone. Nothing can change or touch Bharat. Therefore, the rule is, whatever we are doing in this world, the world does not need our activity, number 1. Second thing, If we are doing something, the impact of our activities should be observed on us and not on the world. Can you entertain such a complaint that when I was driving, there was too much of traffic, and in India, even the cows and the buffaloes, they come on the road. One NRI was complaining. Why this happens? I said, it is unlike your America, where there is democracy only on paper. In India, democracy is in practice. Even the democracy is extended to the animals. Anybody can come and do anything on the road. See, like the RTOs can come and stop any vehicle. In the same manner, a buffalo comes and looks at you. What you have to do. See? Now, if you have a driving license, does it mean that the traffic should be ruly? No. If you have a driving license, it simply means that we should be able to negotiate through all the turmoils of the traffic without getting influence or without influencing others. Is it not? In the same manner. Yoginaha karma kurvanti sangam tyaktva atma shuddhaye. In the 5th chapter, Bhagavan says, karma is done at the physical level not for improving the society, not for improving the world. We call sevak, gram sevak, desha sevak. But this sevak or the servant, like government servant, the servant is only a title. It has no meaning behind it. This happened once in Delhi. I was going in somebody's car. Some director of one institution, probably statistics institution. I was going there to deliver a lecture. He came and picked me up and we were going. Now, every now and then he was scolding the driver very badly. I said, once, twice, thrice, 4 times. Finally, the driver got very frustrated. He pulled the car aside. He said, sir, you are also government servant, I am also government servant. What is the difference between you and me? And this is holding as long as you or me are occupying the chair. But you start behaving as if you are a master. It is only the play of the Lord's will that today I am driving as your driver and you are my boss. Anything can happen any moment in life. But we forget that. We imagine that we are here to improve the society. No, friends. We are here to improve ourselves. And therefore, when we take this principle, karmanyevadhikaraste, what happens? Whatever our duties we are supposed to fulfill, then there is no complaint about the duty. Normally, we like to do what we like. But what should be the right way? We should do whatever we are supposed to do and most perfectly. The net result will be, we will be able to erase our likes and dislikes. So, if every action is able to help us remove or erase our likes and dislikes, then alone we have understood the principle of duty-oriented lifestyle and not the right-oriented lifestyle. See, rights are for the totality, duty is for the individuality. But normally we take the other way around. We talk about our rights. No. We have individually duty towards the totality depending upon what role we have to play in life. In this manner, when I start playing the various roles in my life, what is the net result? Net result is mind is absolutely free from any blemish of guilt or arrogance. Then alone we are becoming a right instrument for the divine to express through us. For that, the principle of karma yoga is this. It is in our own interest that we do whatever we do. It is something like, In the morning, many people go for the morning jogging. Where are you going? Nowhere, just to come back home. Then why do you go? No, I go for running so that, I remain physically fit. But for what? Our physical fitness is not for the society. Our physical fitness is for our own benefit. In the same manner, every action that we do, it is for our benefit. And what is our benefit? We remain a fit instrument. Therefore, karmanyevadhikaraste. See, take some example to understand this point. If there are few waves on the ocean, they will be competing with each other to reach the destination, the seashore. They will be competing with each other. In the same manner, if I versus you, this is the attitude, then what will happen? I will compete with you and see that I pull you down and I grow up. The Indian crabs. Did I tell you this? In one school I went, they had this exhibition of various biological specimens. Crabs were there. Malaysian crabs, Sri Lankan crab, Korean crabs and all that, and they were all covered with a lid. There was another jar, Indian crabs, and no lid. I said, hey, put some lid, it will go away. The teacher said, no, they will not go because they are Indian crabs. When one goes, the other pulls him down. They don't allow him to go up. See? So whenever there is mutual interaction in the form of competition, there is bound to be frustration and bitterness. Now take the other way around. When the wave, is dealing with the ocean, the cause, or I as a citizen working for the nation. See? When the individuality is working for the totality, there cannot be competition, but there will be submission and surrender. There was one girl from Korea, she came for one of my camps. In Shimla we had. And first day, very reserved, serious, because she didn't know what India and Indians are like. After 1 or 2 sessions were over, she became relaxed and she said, Swamiji, I have some observation about your country. I said, please tell. Indians individually are rich, but India as a nation is poor. In Korea, Koreans individually are poor, but Korea as a nation is rich. See how beautiful is the observation. When we are functioning only with a selfish interest, we cannot grow to become a fit instrument through whom the divine expresses. Therefore, karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana means don't bother for getting certificates from the world. Are you pleased and satisfied by your own being? And how do you know that you are satisfied and happy with your own being? Only 2 things. One, your Madhya Pradesh remains perfect all the time. And second thing, you are able to go to sleep in no time, except in the satsang. There are people who are too, evolved. Anywhere they can sleep, So when these 2 things, one is good hunger and second is good sleep, you understand you are a fit instrument through which the Lord can express. And this is what the second principle, ma phaleshu kadachana. Let us not bother whether what we do, the world is improving or not. We have to improve ourselves. See? Now when this is said, then the third principle is told, ma karma phala hetur bhuhu. Whenever we are doing anything in this world, we normally get this arrogance. I have done this thing, I have done this thing. Friends, in this world, millions of factors contribute because of which anything can happen. And our contribution in that is hardly anything. But we feel, ahankara vimudhatma karta ahamiti manyate. We feel, I have done this thing, I have done that thing. Right from our own body. Have we produced our own body? Is this body ever listening to us? You must have seen there are people, those who want to become thin and therefore they do their best so that they don't become fat. But even when they look at the Amul advertisement, they put on weight. Now what can you do with such a person? And there are other contrary people. Even they eat the whole buffalo, they continue to be agarbatti brand. They just don't grow fat. This is the condition of our body, and with that body we feel, I am doing this thing, I am doing that thing. Therefore, friends, the fit instrument, the goal of our life is achieved only by understanding this principle. Whatever we are doing, we have to see the results of all our activities on ourselves and not on the world. When I am concerned about your improvement, you are concerned about my improvement, both of us will fail. But if I improve upon myself, if you improve upon yourself, all of us will grow together. So, this is the first principle, that when we act or do anything in this world, our attention is not on the world, attention is on our inner purity, and we are growing spiritually. That is the way. This is the basic part in the first few chapters of Bhagavad Gita. And for that, in the third chapter, Bhagavan has given certain norms. How do we live in this world? And in the second chapter, he has given some common sense tips. If these common sense tips are taken, they will help us a lot. When Arjuna was crying in the first chapter, how can I kill my near and dear, and therefore I want to withdraw? What the Lord says to him, Klaibyam masmagama partha naetat tvai upapadyate kshudram hrudaya daurbalyam tyaktvothishta parantapa. We will be a fit instrument only if we take this principle that whatever we do, we begin in an inspired mood. We have to begin our day in an inspired mood. It is not OGIM. Last time I told you, there is, TGIF in America. In India, we have got OGIM. TGIF is what? Thank God it's Friday. This, hotel chain. Then in India, we are starting a new chain. OGIM. Oh God, it's Monday. Again, I have to work. See? How do we begin our day? Do we begin our day in an inspired mood, or we begin our day दिल गम उठाने के लिए मैं तो जिए जाता हूँ? Hare Ram Ram. Klaibya means the one who lacks inspiration. An inspired person is motivated from within. And if we are inspired, then sky is the limit for our progress. But normally what happens? Our inspiration becomes a perspiration when it is directed toward selfishness. But the same inspiration becomes a creative force when it is directed toward something higher in life. Therefore, the teacher says to Arjuna, Klaibhyam masmagama partha. Do not live under the load of perspiration, but live every moment under the influence of inspiration. An inspired performance is always something unique, never repeated. See? In Mahabharata, after the Bhagavad Gita was over and war was over, Arjuna asked this question to Bhagavan Krishna. Sir, you have told us something very great before we started the war, and that has really motivated me, and I fought the war, everything was done. But I want to know it again. Can you please repeat again? Bhagavan Sri Krishna said, inspired performance is never repeated. See? If it is repeated, it is a prepared lecture. And then in that prepared lecture, there are notes. Joke number 37. See, friends. Therefore, Klaibhyam Masma Gama. The beauty of remaining a fit instrument through which the Lord can express is every moment of our life must be an inspired moment. So what is the meaning of inspired moment, every moment? When we take food with inspired moment. हाँ खाना आया, very good, let's eat now. मैं तो खाना आया, क्या बनाया? बैंगन क्यों बनाया? तुमको मालूम है ना मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगता. Don't eat. Then they go on eating. They don't stop also. See? Such people will always have stomach problem. Because more than what you eat, how you eat is important. See? So whether it is eating, whether it is talking. See? If you have to give a lecture, I have given so many lectures, the world is the same dumb, there's no point. Anyway, I have to give, kya? With such a person, will he be able to motivate anybody? So whether we eat or we talk or we walk, how we walk, these are very small things. Are we walking like a commander-in-chief, tak, 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 or we are walking, pachak, pach, pachak, pach. Gupta ji, kya ho raha hai? Kuch nahi, yaar, aise ghum rahe. Arey, Ram, Ram. Never live like a furniture. See? We don't lift the furniture, we drag the furniture, isn't it? So, Klaibhyam Masma Gavam Partha. If this becomes the foundation of our activity, we are the fit instrument. See? Now the question comes, how do we have the inspired mood all the time? For that is a very simple technique. Begin your day early in the morning. Those who wake up after the sunrise, in the next life, they are going to become bed bugs, khatmal. So next time you see anywhere bed bug, acha, apna agla address. We have to begin our day early in the morning. And when you begin your day early in the morning, your life will be totally different. You just give it a try. Like, many people come for the camp. Now, after this, I got a camp in Lonavala. There we start early morning. 6 o'clock is our meditation onward. Whole day we are busy. So if you have to come in the class at 6 o'clock, you have to get up before that, finish your bath and everything. And we insist that whether you take bath at night or not doesn't matter. But in the morning, you must take bath. There are many smart people. Kal to nahaye the. See, kal khana bhi khaye the. Why do you take food today? So, for 7 days they are there. Then Swamiji, we don't know what happens here, We feel so energetic, so good and all that. But again, when we go home, the same thing happens, the laziness. Why this comes? I think, Swamiji, because of you here, we are like that. Then take me in your house. And then I will wake you up in the morning. Come on. Arise and awake, O wise man. If you don't, I'll take the cold water from the fridge and do abhishek on you. And then you'll get up. Friends, those who cannot leave bed early in the morning on their own freedom, they can achieve nothing in life. It cannot be justified that I got up late because no. I was conducting a camp, students' camp, many years before. In Lonavala, there is one school. And that school we had hired about 500, 400 children. And very nice, it was a year-ending camp, Ananda Mangal camp. And last night, 31st December, we had a very big, what you call campfire and all fun. And then, concluding lecture, there used to be one brigadier, some Sardarji name I don't remember, very nice person. He was a retired brigadier. He was in charge of the school. And then I told students, I said, look here, we will take, blessing from the elder and then we will retire for the night. But remember, tomorrow we will begin again as usual at 6 o'clock and not late because we are sleeping late. This is a wrong philosophy. Whatever time you may retire, your next day must begin at the same time. And if you are tired, maybe after breakfast you again take a sleep, 1 hour nap, doesn't matter. But don't begin your day with a wrong foot, with a wrong step. You have to begin your day exactly in the morning. When all that was over, then the Brigadier Saab, he gave a talk. He said, I am so thrilled by this one thing what Swamiji told you all. Most of the people in their life, they justify. No, late night, I was away, and there were in the Maya, made keep on like, Hare Ram, 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 Ram. See? This is not the way to live in an inspired mode. All the great teachers you will see in the world, any time you go early morning, they are awake fresh. That inspiration is drawn when we begin our day early morning. See? Klaibhyamma smagamapartha. And when we do anything without inspiration, it becomes a burden. One example. When I go to so many houses for food, so the food is very good, very tasty. And husbands, they tell, Swamiji, you should come every day to our house. The food is so good and so tasty. We never get such food. What is the reason? I said, the reason is, when these ammas prepare food for me, they are inspired because they love me, they respect me. And whenever you do anything for anybody whom you respect and love, the job is bound to be unparalleled. Then I said, when they do it for you, yours is the घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर. अब वो रखा है फ्रिज में, निकाल के गरम करके मुझे भी दे देना. हाँ. Whenever we do anything with inspiration, our performance is wonderful. See? And in this manner, if every moment, every action is lived under the influence of inspiration, you will see we are bound to reach the goal. And what is the goal? This is a goal not away from us. This is a goal which doesn't take any time to reach. And in fact, this is not an achievement, but this is unfoldment. It is like scratching that card. Yesterday I told you, we scratch the card to see what benefit we are going to get, and we get the benefit. Next time, try again. Sorry. And oh God, again like that. But sometime you may get. But here is a guarantee. You live with this path. Slowly, slowly, all the wrong notions will start evaporating and the inherent beauty will start expressing. So what is the reality? Reality is basically we are all blissful. And what is our experience? We are miserable all the time. So either the scriptures are wrong or our experiences are wrong. Somebody has to be wrong. And therefore, let us give it a try. That when the scripture says that you are the source of all happiness, then let us find out what is that curtain which is not allowing our inherent happiness to surface in all our activities of life. So it is this first principle is the inspired lifestyle. Whatever you do or don't do doesn't matter, but it has to be done under inspired mood. Many people have got this problem. They come for meditation. And when they say, Swamiji, normally, I'm okay, but whenever I sit for meditation, there are very many dirty, terrible thoughts coming in my mind. I don't know what I should do. Why it comes? Because of meditation. Meditation is the cause for dirty thoughts. Swami, you also get? I said, yes. Then I am happy. Friends, when we do not understand the basics, these foolish questions come in our mind. So, at the physical level, to remain a fit instrument, we have to do all our duties ourselves. It makes a tremendous difference. In Assam, many years before, I saw one daughter-in-law and mother-in-law. And I asked that daughter-in-law, I said, Amma, will you get angry if I praise your mother-in-law? She said, no, Swami. I said, promise you will give me food? Yes, then I will tell you. Your mother-in-law looks more cute, cheerful and young than you are. Swamiji, what you tell is perfectly right. I agree with you. I said, what is the secret? You may be going to the beauty parlor, she doesn't go. No, she doesn't go. What is the reason? One simple thing. Her rule is very simple. She does every job herself. She doesn't take any help from anybody. Second thing, she doesn't take a food which is cooked and kept for more than 4 hours. So morning time, fresh food. And she doesn't eat a huge lot, little bit of rice, dal, little sabji, ghee, nimbu. And that is all her, menu. Morning, then evening 2 meals, and in between 1 cup of tea. That's all. And she's all the time cheerful. She has no complaints. She has nothing to discuss with anybody. She is not bored. अब मैं कहाँ जाऊँ? भगवान मुझे उठा क्यों नहीं लेता? She is pretty happy. See, friends, if we discover this from the examples around, we will come to know that we are the source of all happiness. Let us stop searching happiness outside. Outside there is only an illusion of happiness. The illusion of happiness is what? We imagine that if I get that particular thing, I'll be very happy. Right in the beginning when the phones came, mobile phones came, I wish I get a Nokia and it will be very nice and all that. You get a Nokia 2100 and then every 17 days there is a new model. See? And then, he has got the communicator. I don't have a small one, Then I want that phone. You get that, but there are too many difficulties in that. I think the software is bad. I think I should get N95, 1 GB. 1 GB is too small a space, I should require 8 GB. And then we keep on imagining and superimposing happiness on the worldly things. And in the end, we forget that we are the source of happiness. And therefore, we act sincerely, work hard, but every action takes us away from our own blissful self. Therefore, friends, this principle, when it is understood, everything is inspired performance, joy is coming out of you. Anything is a burden, then frustration is coming out of you. And the next step, whom do we like in life? Somebody who is all the time cheerful or happy, or somebody who is all the time complaining. First time when somebody complains, you listen, is it not? Swamiji, therefore, I have stopped giving personal interviews to anybody. There is nothing except complaints. Husband is like that, wife is like that, in-law is like that, outlaw is like that. Who told you to get married? You get married and trouble me? You suffer. Why should trouble me? No, I want your advice. It is too late. I can only pray. Advice can be given before marriage. After marriage, only prayer. Oh Lord, protect him. He is good for nothing. See? So, we don't like somebody constantly coming and complaining and In the same manner, nobody likes this. We all like happy people. If somebody is happy, we like. what a joy it will be if we discover that happiness ourselves. See? Therefore, karmanye vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturbuhu. Don't be arrogant. We do something and ma te sanghastu akarmani. Now, one of the most important thing in keeping ourselves fit at the body level is never retire from life. You may retire from your work, but don't retire from life. Those who retire from life, they are a burden on themselves and on others. There is a friend of mine in Bangalore. He was working with some big company in Bombay, and I went to his house. His wife used to come for my talks, for dinner. Then she told Swamiji, today my husband retired from his work, and therefore we have invited you to get some guidance. I said, Mr. Husband, what can I do for you? He said, Swamiji, I am going to come with you wherever you go. I will do all your work. Washing, cleaning, taking care, taking bag, going to the bank and booking, everything I will do. I said, please save me. Don't do that. Then, you really want to do something? Yes. Whatever is your field, you again take some assignment somewhere you will get. Work with the same expertise that you have, but now don't work for earning money. Work for the sake of working. And whatever money you get, you use it for any good cause which you respect and revere. Don't give me a pie, I don't want anything from you. Never retire from life. Keep yourself occupied till the last moment. That thought should get out from our head. That now I just want to retire. Then what will you do after retirement? Bahu, चाय के साथ क्या देने वाली हो? मेरा सर खाओ. तुमको पता है ना मैं वेजिटेरियन हूँ. इसीलिए तो कहा तुम्हारे सर में आलू भरा है. ठीक है. See friends, therefore, ma te sangaha astu akarmani. Akarmanya means becoming unproductive in life. Till the last moment of life, we have to produce wealth. Earlier, we have produced for our own benefits. Now, let us produce the same wealth with the same knowledge for the society and then discover what a joy it is to live for others. One day, one child asked this question, very beautiful question. Swamiji, how do we know that whether we are working or the God is working through us? You always tell us God is in us. So how do I know? Suppose I go and beat somebody and I say, God give you beating, I didn't give. This was what our Duryodhana said. Janami dharmam nachame pravritti, janami adharmam nachame nivritti. So I know what is right, but I don't do that. I know what is wrong, but that alone I do. I think God is sitting in my heart. Kenapi devena hridistitena yatha niyuktosmi tatha karomi. Whatever He tells me, I do that. So how do we know whether God is expressing or man is expressing through us? I saw that boy, so cute and so nice question he has asked. So I had a chocolate in my pocket. I gave. Hey, take this chocolate for your good question. He looked at it. Do you like? Yes, I like this chocolate. I said, eat it. He kept it. No. So why you don't eat? I'll give it to my sister. I said, you will give to your sister, but you have to eat. Then only you can enjoy. No, I'll give it to my sister. I said, why? Because she also likes. Maybe, but if you don't eat, how can you enjoy? He was thinking so disgusted. Swamiji, do you have a sister? I said, I don't have. You will never understand. See how beautiful it is. You will never understand. I said, what I will not understand? See, when I give her and she will eat, she will be so happy. I said, yes, she will be happy. But what will you get? I don't know how to tell you. You are dumb. You don't understand anything. See what is so sweet it is. When we are happy by receiving the things, it is a disgusted individuality. When we discover happiness in sharing and giving, it is the divinity which is expressing through us. Therefore, let us not think in terms of retirement. There are many things which can be done. This, where it happened in Pune. One person, he asked me the same question. His name is Agrawal. And he was driving me to take to somebody's house for lunch because those people were busy. So I said, Agrawalji Maharaj, what do you do? He said, I got a factory. I said, what is your hobby? I said, bahut kamal liye. What is your hobby? He said, my hobby is cleanliness. I said, give some more data. He said, I like cleanliness absolutely everywhere. Clean means absolutely meticulously clean. I said, let us go to your factory. So don't phone then that we are coming. We stayed away rich. And that factory was these corrugated boards which are prepared for making the cartons, that factory. And when we went, about 300 workers, dozens of machine working. And when we moved around, not even this much of loose paper anywhere. Everything was spick and span, as if somebody is going to visit, everybody knew it. I said, hey, how come so clean? He said, I told you that is my hobby. The rule in our factory is anybody seeing anything lying anywhere should immediately go into the nearest dustbin. Doesn't matter who is he, whether it is a boss or it is a watchman. This is the duty for everybody. And everybody does it. See, once you are motivated by some kind of passion, some kind of commitment, you will see the whole life is not enough. I said, okay, this is what you have done, I congratulate you. Now what more? Then he took me to his house. He said, Swamiji, when I came to stay in this area for the first time, all around, plastic, 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 everywhere. He said, I was so disgusted, feeling so bad, what to do? Then I employed one boy on the muster of my factory, and his job was collect all the loose plastics, bring together and throw them in the municipal dump. That was the job. Within a period of about 1 week or so, it doesn't take much time. Within a period of 1 week, the whole area became clean, and the morning walkers, they asked this boy, hey, who are you? Are you appointed by municipality? He said, no, Babuji ne bheja hai. They came to him. They say, hey, he said, no, I like this thing, therefore I am doing. No, we can join with you. Let us see, do something more. And in this manner, it became a great movement. And the whole area started becoming so beautiful. Only one man, inspired, sincerely, is able to motivate millions around. And that one man should be ourselves, not others. For such a person, there is never retirement in life. Mate sangastu akarmani. Bhagavan Krishna desists any person who is lazy. No. Every moment, whatever you do doesn't matter. But we have to keep ourselves occupied 24/7, 365. Then alone we are going the right way, the path we have discovered, and the goal is clear. We have to be a fit instrument so that the divine is expressing through us. See? Therefore, let us learn the joy in giving than the joy in taking. Let us stop complaining about others. The teachers complain about the student complain about the teacher, the government complains about the citizens complain about the government. This game has been going on all the time, let it continue. But as regards we are concerned, let us begin from where we are. And whatever is our little contribution, let us not have that imagination that I will do good for the whole world. Forget about it. Do within your own circle. It's more than enough. I was telling today when I went with our Surendra Bhai, in Maharashtra there is one temple like Shirdi Sai Baba. There is one temple, Gajanan Maharaj. There is one old man who is in charge, trustee, and is very close to me. He is illiterate, he has not studied at all. And he is such a genius, the whole institution. There is a huge, big engineering college, 2, 3, then pharmacy college, and your software and hardware, every kind of. And such a lovely institution he has developed that people from outside, when they come, they have to spend 2, 3 days to understand all what he has produced. And his rule is, he enters the campus, after that he does not take even a glass of water. He comes either on a bicycle, or if there is a car, or walking. Most unassuming. And strictly, he will not take even a glass of water. When he is out, he is okay. But inside, strict discipline on oneself, not on others. And in this manner, such a great genius production. And he has got such novel ideas. And this is possible only when we take the last portion of this verse, that Mate Sanghastu Akarmani. Now the question comes, before I conclude, the question comes, whom do we select for any job? The one in whom we have trust in his capability and in his intentions of doing, is it not? In the same manner, the Lord also chooses. If he has trust in us, hey, he is a person. If some job is thrown on him, he will do it perfectly. Therefore, we have to discover trust in ourselves. If we trust ourselves, then only others will trust us. In this manner, to remain a fit instrument so that the divine expresses. And such a person, he functions outside. Yoginaha karma kurvanti. They don't sit lazy. Karma kurvanti. Sangam tyaktva atma shuddhaye. And the attention is on one's own spiritual evolution. And if we are evolving spiritually, there is only one expression, and that is a blissful disposition. Instead of struggling to get happiness from outside through liquid spirituality, let us discover the happiness in solid spirituality. In Goa, I went for a Rotary Club meeting, some conference. As you know, in Rotary Club, there is no human being. All are governors. So, all governors were sitting. And then I went on the third day. First 2 days I could not. So, after my talk was over, one person asked a question. Swamiji, last night we had lots and lots of spirit parties. And today you have come as a spiritual person. What is the difference between that spirit and your spirit? See, he was in the Shambhavi Mudra. So, I told him, the difference is, in your liquid spirituality, there is a hang-up. And in our solid spirituality, there is a stand-up. Whether you hang up or stand up in your life, that is important. Therefore, friends, let us allow this divinity surface and express through us. So the path is clear, the goal is clear. Then the journey is smooth. Remaining, we will see tomorrow. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.